channel is sponsored by Great Bay Outfitters. Great Bay Outfitters is a waterfront kayak shop located near Great Bay. They are New Jersey's #1 volume dealer of Old Town kayaks. Great Bay Outfitters specializes in fishing kayaks and offers demos, rentals, repair, rigging, and a full assortment of PFDs, dry suits, motors, paddles, and accessories from many major brands. Alright, we're going to get the night started by trolling. I don't necessarily like to fish like this, but I want to head this way further, I guess, down the bridge, and I feel like you can pick up a fish or two like this in a manner that you probably would never pick up if you were just riding to the spot. I don't think this is like, I wouldn't call this my favorite way to fish, but it's keeping a line in the water while we're moving. There's our first taker of the night. Oh yeah, let's go. Start marking fish. I was trolling on my way to that first spot. Little guy to start the night. Little striper. Whoa, the diaper. Little spunky guy. Alright, let's let this little guy go. Looks like there's some fish underneath of us, so let's I guess we'll just blind cast. It seems like they're everywhere here. I'll drop. I kind of want to troll through this little school that's right here. Actually, maybe we'll spin the kayak and just cast. They seem to be kind of everywhere in the water column. High up, low, in between. We'll start with just straight retrieval. If we're not catching them this way, maybe we'll switch to jigging. Oh, did you see that one followed up? I hope I caught that on camera. Little guy followed it all the way up. Let me, oh, look at that. There's fish right there on the light line. That's what I was hoping for fish to be on the surface. All right, let's work this light line. Oh, you hear them? Right off that point. See if I can't get one out there. Poke my head that way a little bit. Right off that, see where like the dark meets the light? That seems to be where those fish were going crazy. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, son. Oh, he spit it. He spit it. Oh, man. That was actually not a bad sized bass, too. The one that got away. I think I gotta push a little bit further off this light line. All right, I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I switched over to a 1/2 ounce jig. I started out with a 1/4 ounce, but now that I'm a little bit deeper, it seems like the fish are a little bit further down, I guess you would say. Not as high up in the water column as they were initially. So I'm hoping that extra little bit of weight will put the jig in the right strike zone. We'll take a few blind casts with it. If we don't see much, maybe we'll try something different, but I don't want to go too far away from where we are right now, because I was marking schools of fish moving around but it doesn't seem like there's anything like specifically holding fish in like one area over another, other than I think they're just kind of following the bait. I marked like a pile of fish when we first got out here, and after I got 2 off of that pile, I went back over top of it and didn't mark a single fish. So they're definitely moving around. Just gotta put in our time. Let's try up here. Fish jumping in front of me. I just gotta get it in front of them. There it is. Let's go. Tighten that track tag. Little rat. I'll tell you what though, this type of fishing brings me back, man. Old school, getting home at like 3 in the morning, going to school the next day at 6:45 on the bus, at the bus stop. I know the nighttime fishing's not for everybody, but I started to go back to it since having kids. It seems like it's the only time I could really get out and get some like honest hours on the water. Not for the weary of heart, I'll tell you that. Especially, oh, missed them. Can't believe I missed that. Short strike. Look at that. All right, let's get it back out there. I might test a few other lures. I know I could sit here all night with swim baits and pretty much pick these fish up. I kind of want to try some topwater stuff. Might try some other variations of striper lures that I like to fish as well. But the reason I went with this specific profile is right now, a majority of the fish that I'm seeing in this area have been feeding on like spearing, like those real slender looking minnows. So I feel like gotta match the hatch type thing. So far it seems like it's identical to what they're feeding on, because we've had a few fish and we've been out max maybe 5 minutes. I actually was gonna travel further, but we started picking fish up off of the troll, and I started hearing them jump over here, so I figure why leave fish to find fish. Maybe later in the night we'll look for something bigger. Alright, it's starting to rain pretty hard, so I'm going to try and jig under the bridge. Kind of stay as dry as I can for right now until it slows, if it does slow. There are fish on the bottom, and it can be an effective manner for catching them. Like there's some fish right under us right now. I gotta check to see if I got any Procure, because that usually does help. There's a fish. Let's go. Let's go. I was gonna say, I was kind of surprised nothing was on that. That was a pretty big ball bait. What do we got? Spunky striper. Alright. In the pouring rain, we're still getting fish. That's actually probably the nicest one we've had. Possibly, nah, maybe not. Oh, where you going, buddy? Let me, let me get this guy out of here. Healthy looking bass. I thought that was some type of parasite. Nope. Just a little bass. There he goes. Alright, so that last fish kind of destroyed that swim bait, so I'm going to put a new one on. I am marking fish on this school of bait, so I'm going to try and pull back up on it and just slow roll this again. There we go. When it's in the 30s like it is tonight, man, you start to lose feeling in your hands, and then compound that with cold rain, kind of slows your reflexes, I guess you'd say. But in January and February, I'm going to be dreaming of these nights, and when they come back, just a little subtle motion. I don't think it needs a ton, just enough to kind of trigger a bite. There's a fish. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Same little spot. Cookie cutter. He's not done yet. One of the worst things, man, when you horse them in and then they just start, oh, he spit it right at the kayak. Guess you could say he was caught. I guess that's up for interpretation, right?